First question's for Anna. You started writing after on Wattpad on your phone back in 2014, and you're now touring the world promoting this movie based on something you worked so hard on. So take me through everything you're feeling right now.
I'm just excited for you guys who brought it from Wattpad to the big screen. And just, I don't know, excited is literally the only word I can think of. Just excited and ready for you guys to see these two bring your story that you love and brought to life.
So here in Josephine, were either of you familiar with the source material before being a part of the film?
No, I feel like we were living under a rock. I feel like we were both living under a rock, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we had no idea. Clearly you guys did. I don't know, now we do though.
So when was the moment where you both realized, like, oh, this is gonna be huge, like this is a very big deal?
Anna tried to warn us, but I don't think we really believed the extent at which you guys cared. But yeah, look, now we know.
And Josephine?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just a slow, gradual process. Like when people started showing up, like at the hotel when we were filming, and then on the tour, everyone's been really supportive, and I think we've just slowly started to realize that this might be something.
So I guess walk us through the process of getting ready to play these already super beloved young adults.
It's about 2 hours of hair and makeup. Well, I read the script and I read the book, and I think I was just really lucky that because the book's written from her perspective, and it really helped me get into her headspace and understand the way that she thought. And so I feel like the book was all I needed. I don't know, there was just something about the character I connected to, and I found it, found it fine.
Yeah, we had a week's rehearsal time before we started filming. Anna was with us all day, every day, which wasn't annoying, by the way. Yeah, she kept us in check. We did our best. We know she reached out to you guys to get some advice, make sure we get it right for you, because you know the character so well, and I hope we did.
And I guess, you guys have now spent so much time with each other, but what was it like first meeting as Tessa and Hardin?
You mean like in character?
Yeah, like in character the first time.
We did a screen test, didn't we?
Yeah, there was a lot of, because obviously when you set up shots, there's a lot of the camera stuff that you gotta kind of just sit and wait for them to figure out.
You have to stare at each other.
Yeah, they just say stand in a location, and we just stand there and stare at each other for literally like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And the first 5 you're like smiling, giggling, laughing. At the end you're like, this is boring. But yeah, we
because
got there.
because they have to see angles and light and everything. So it was weird.
It was long.
It was long and
watching
weird.
it was long. Like at first it was like, oh my god, and then a little bit I was like,
They're not moving.
what are they gonna do?
They're not saying anything.
And Anna, for those who don't know the origin story of after, before the books, before all this, so why don't you just tell us a bit about before, after?
Like what I was doing, or how I found
What you were doing, how you found your way to it.
I was just reading a lot, and I found Wattpad through fan fiction, and I was reading for months on Wattpad, and then one day I thought, like, well, everybody else that I'm reading their books are just regular people like me, and I decided one day to just write on Wattpad. I don't know, I just found my voice through Wattpad and wrote for the next year and a half. And here we are. And it was really just a hobby. It literally just was me as a reader feeling like, not that I had read everything on Wattpad, but I had read everything that I was looking for on Wattpad, and I couldn't find something that was really, really captivating me, and I didn't want to read anything that wasn't on Wattpad. So I literally just turned my hobby into something fun that was just for me, and it exploded somehow.
Amazing. And I mean, the Wattpad community, it's been a huge part of your story, and I'm sure there are some Wattpadders. So tell me, what has the support from the Wattpad community meant to you?
It's been literally everything from readers to the actual staff. I can't imagine a world where I would have written a story just in my room writing without any feedback or any engagement. So the people on Wattpad encouraged me to keep writing, and then the like small group of people that I was talking to when I got an offer for publishing, and I was kind of not undecided but terrified, and then they kind of pushed me to go forward, and the actual employees of Wattpad were just such a support system that it made me feel like, of course I can publish 7 books with no experience whatsoever.
Did you feel like any pressure to get it right?
I feel like when you have something like this, where there's a character that a lot of people clearly connect to, there's a responsibility to get it right, because it's a privilege to be playing a role which so many people are passionate about. And I think that you just have to make sure that you're making choices and you're confident in those choices, and you don't feel pressured or insecure about what you're doing. But at the same time, you try and do your best to play these characters accurately as you can, because it means so much to so many people.
Yeah, and I mean...
So I tried, to answer your question, I tried not to feel pressured.
Yeah, and I mean, as we all know, Tessa, she's really self-assured and brilliant in the film and in the books. And it's important, I think, for people to see a young woman character like that. So were you, I guess, thinking about the type of young women who were the audience when preparing for the role?
No.
A budding actress, I mean, are there any, women role models who you're really looking up to right now?
There's so many actors out there who I really admire, but there's no one who I want to like copy their career or do what that... Well, yeah, there's just no one that I want to copy their career, because I feel like everyone has such a different journey, such a different path. But like, Sarah Paulson's amazing. I'm always going to go back to Meryl Streep because she's the best. Yeah.
So Anna, you were very involved in making this film. You have a role as a producer. So tell me, I guess, what's it like being on set of a movie and it's your story that's coming to life?
The honest answer is it's not as glamorous as you would think. It was really fun, and I learned so much about filmmaking and telling the same story but in a different way, on a different medium. But it consists of long hours, rewriting pages right before filming. I don't know, I feel like I was so kind of deep in the work part of it and in the like making sure the film was good for you guys that I didn't have a chance to actually like sit back and watch it. But when it opens to the public, I'm gonna go into a movie theater secretly and figure out how I really feel about it.
Me too.
Yeah, same.
I really want to do that.
Yeah, because it's like, we've seen it with other cast members. I've seen it with like myself a million times in the editing room and stuff, but I feel like I haven't gotten the full experience yet.
Are you gonna wear a hoodie, or do you think that they're gonna?
No, we're both in the movie. You more than me, so I feel like we should wear hoodies for sure, or wigs.
I was thinking about wearing a hoodie, but then I was thinking maybe they'll...
No, just wear a wig. We can wear cool wigs.
Maybe we'll
nobody tell anyone on the
Yeah.
internet.
Sorry.
I think the hoodies and wigs.
Hoodies and wigs, and like
I'll go late at
something
night.
else.
And I'll wear like...
Come
I'll wear like a
right
onesie where they can't see my face.
That's not
No, but it's so
distracting at all.
distracting that they won't think.
Well, now they will. No
Sorry.
onesies until that.
So obviously not everything in the book can make it to the screen. Did you have to make any tough choices?
I will just say that there are some characters that were more prevalent in the book that didn't necessarily make it a ton in the film. But honestly, my biggest focus, and I think even if you don't agree at first, that you will get that Hardin and Tessa have to be the center of the movie. And we have a small amount of time compared to a 600-page book. So my focus was Hardin and Tessa, and anyone that didn't like propel their relationship or add a story arc kind of got a little less screen time than the book. But if you guys all see and love the film and we get sequels, we'll have time to make up for it. But it was mostly all timing. Like, there were things that were harder to let go, or characters that I missed a lot. But at the end of the day, it has to be about Hardin and Tessa, and it has to be a good movie. See the movie and take all your friends and family, and we can make up for the next movie.
Were there any moments you felt they absolutely had to stay in the movie?
I mean, spoiler is like kind of a big word. Well, if you've all read the book, then it's not a spoiler. There were certain scenes like the wedding, the reveal, the lake, those kinds of things that, of course, I made sure were in there. And myself, along with Wattpad, went and literally got like data of what was the most commented on lines. So we made sure that there were like lines that you love, even if some of them, I'm going to warn you, are a little different, because as much as it's so romantic in a book to say like, we're a beautiful chaotic mess, it's not that romantic when someone actually says it. It's kind of weird. So we kept it, like the essence of it, we just changed some of the wording around. But there were a lot of things that are from direct lines or like the non-cringy version of those lines. We tried to really keep the essence of the story, and I feel like we definitely did. Like us, the crew, the rest of the cast, we kept the essence of the story.
So here on Josephine, this is really like a huge breakout role for you both, and you've been on an international tour, and for a few weeks, everywhere you go, as I've come to realize now, there are a lot of screaming fans. So were you at all prepared for this?
I'll give you this one because I've been talking a lot.
As I said, Anna tried to warn us. Yeah, I believed her, but not to the extent she described. But yeah, you guys have pleasantly surprised me with how enthusiastic and supportive you are, so we have to say a huge thank you to you, like, honestly. Without you, we couldn't do this, so thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, what was it like the first time you guys, I guess, encountered, like a group of fans, or
It's probably on set.
Yeah.
It was on set.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
talking about the tour.
On set, it was always small, manageable groups. Yeah, there have been. We were in Milan and we did a book signing there. I looked off the balcony and there were a couple people, 3 or 4. No, but it's nuts. You guys are everywhere.
Very
I
flattering.
don't know how you do
Thank you,
it.
guys.
Yeah, honestly, like I say, you are the reason we can do this, and you're everywhere. I don't know how we hadn't heard of it before. Fan base is only going to get bigger. We're in this together, so we can't wait to take this journey further.
And I guess this is a question for all of you. What's been the most amazing part of this journey so far?
Meeting these lovely ladies.
Okay.
I think the whole cast and crew, like, we genuinely get on, like, so well, everyone, honestly. And I think you just get lucky with that. Like, some films, you kind of like your company and you deal with it and you get on, but we're all genuinely good friends, so I'd say that's the best one.
Yeah, I mean, also I'd say meeting you guys. because I know what it's like when you're really passionate about something and then it gets adapted and it becomes a film, and it's just so exciting to see something that, like, you've been reading for a while come to life. And so just to give that feeling back to people, it's just feels so nice.
Yeah.
And warm and fuzzy.
I would say right in between those two, like, one, giving back to you guys, or at least trying to. We tried our hardest. And just the group of friends that I was just hoping, like, I hope they're not all jerks. Maybe some of them will be cool. And now we're literally like family, basically. Like, we spent so much time together, we all still talk and hang out. So both of those two things that they said.